Welcome to Reality Ray, where we play hard but we clock all day. So let's get into the tea. We already know what's going on. We already seen it. We've already seen it. The Great Eater has fallen. The Great Tesehki has lost to Big Lex. Now, am I surprised? Absolutely not. Why are you guys so surprised? I don't know. I watched all 3 rounds of the fight, and from what I saw, I'm just going to give my perspective. In the video, I'm going to put the fans' perspective in there. I'm going to put Tesehki saying that the fight was not rigged. But I'm going to give you guys all of the information, and then you come up with your own synopsis or your own analysis of what's going on, right? So I'm the type of person, in the very beginning, I did not think the fight was rigged, right? But I'm a more of a two things could be true at once. Do I believe the fight was rigged? Possibly. In the beginning, no, absolutely not. I did not think the fight was rigged. I just think people are being sore losers. But now with the information that is slowly but surely coming out, it is a possibility. However, I believe two things could be true at once, right? Even if the fight was rigged, I feel like Tesehki would have lost either way. And let me tell you why. Tesehki has like 6 to 7 years on Lex. That's damn near a decade. Tesehki has had surgeries done. Lex has had none. She's an athlete. She has had no work done on her body as far as like physical that can affect her, fighting skills. Maybe she's had something cosmetic done, but as far as I can see, Lex has had no work done. Tesehki has had multiple BBLs. Tesehki has multiple children. Tesehki has a mom bod. Lex does not. When Lex went into training for 1 month, I don't know if you guys see her muscle. She's toned up her muscle mass. Her arms are toned. And it was very easy for Lex to bounce back in shape because she's naturally an athlete. She's been working out and doing athletic things most of her life, right? Tesehki is not. Now, Tesehki, back when she used to be a dancer, if they would have had this match, it would have probably been a more even match because dancers, they're using their upper body strength to like lift up their body and stuff like that. And Tesehki was a lot smaller and a lot stronger when she was a dancer. I'm just saying, I'm putting all these, things in there just to get you guys critically thinking and to get you guys seeing my perspective, right? Tesehki was never meant to win that fight. She's older. She has children. She has a mom bod. She's out of shape. She admitted to doing poppers. She admitted to drinking. Like all of these things. Now, granted, Lex smoked a little bit and drank a little bit. But when somebody is 7 years older than you and they have a out of shape body and they're doing it, it's not the same, right? I have a 25-year-old sister. Some of the stuff that my sister's able to do, I'm just not able to do. You know what I mean? I'm not even that much older than her. It's just that it's the same thing with Big Lex and Tesehki. You cannot compare unless that 30-year-old is in top tier shape. They work out all the time. They're healthy. They're not doing poppers. They're not drinking. They're not smoking. Unless they're at their optimal health, you can't really have them out there fighting 20-year-olds. I'm sorry. Are there some 30-something-year-olds that can get down with 20-year-olds? Of course there are. But they're not walking around doing poppers. They're not walking around with a mom bod. You know what I mean? Or they're Lex size. Let's talk about the size difference. So let's just say Tesehki and Big Lex could fight on the same skill level. Lex is still substantially younger than her and substantially bigger than her as far as height and reach. So even if they are on the same skill level, that still wasn't a fair fight. I know you guys are in denial about Tesehki being human and not being able to beat everyone, but that fight was never in Tesehki's favor. That fight was never fair. And you guys are in denial about that. You cannot have a 31-year-old mother fighting a 20-something-year-old athlete. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. So for those of you who thought Tesehki was going to win, I think you guys are great fans, but you're a little delulu. And I'm just keeping it real about that. Like, sorry. So I watched the fight, right? First round, if I'm being honest, it was closer to a tie. Was it a tie? No. I would say probably 60-40. Maybe 40 Tesehki, 60 Lex. But it was leaning more toward a tie than anything. Second round, if you ask me, second round was a tie. Tesehki got up on her. She damn near had her against the ropes toward the middle of that second round. And I think Lex saw that and she went in for the kill. I also think that Lex noticed that during the third round, it was either the end of the second round or the beginning of the third round. I believe it was the beginning of the third round. There's something that boxers do. They drop their arms when their arms start burning and they get tired. If you guys watch that fight, Tesehki drops her arms. And yeah, she was talking, making it seem like she talking through it. And, you know, of course, trying to keep on a good front and trying to put on a good show. I'm not even going off of what fans are saying. I'm not even going off of what Tesehki and Lex are saying. I'm looking at Tesehki's body and I'm looking at body language. When she was in the middle of that fight, she dropped her arms. Boxers only drop their arms like that when they're exhausted. Tesehki was exhausted, guys. Lex is not an 8th grade athlete. She's not a high school athlete, which still would have been bad in Tesehki's favor. She's a college athlete, meaning she could have went pro. That's who they have fighting against Tesehki. I just don't understand why you guys are confused. I don't understand why you guys expected Tesehki to do more. Another factor that you guys are leaving out, street fighting and boxing, they're not the same. The closest you're going to get to street fighting is if they had a UFC match. This was not a UFC match. This was boxing. Tesehki was tired. She was worn out. Her arms were burning. And she's not an athlete. She's not a boxer. This was not a UFC fight. This was not a street fight. In a UFC fight or a street fight, I think they could have taken it there. There's certain things that you cannot do in boxing that you can do in street fighting and UFC fighting. You guys do realize there's zero grabbing in boxing. When you get tired in a regular fight, you could grab somebody and yoke them up and twist them all around. You cannot do that in boxing. Not only that, the rounds, you guys are not taking into accountability. The rounds were 2 minutes. They do not fight for 2 minutes on baddies. They fight for about 30 seconds tops. If that, anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds. So it's like you go from having these second fights where you get one punch off. When she fought Amber, count how... You guys go watch that fight with Tesehki and Amber and count how long she was fighting Amber. She was fighting Amber for about 20 seconds, if that. 10 to 20 seconds. Anywhere between that range. She was barely fighting that girl for 60 seconds. Nowhere near 60 seconds. Barely fighting her for 30 seconds. My point is, if you're used to throwing off that one punch, bow, they leaking. Fight over. Within a few seconds, what would make you guys think that the same person could rock for 2 minutes? That's 2 minutes of you breathing hard. That's 2 minutes of your heart about to bust out of your chest. Like, you guys are not used to fighting. You guys are not even, a lot of people are not even used to working out, let alone fighting for 2 minutes. Do you know how long 2 minutes is in a fight? And I feel like people are not taking that into consideration. Like, you guys are in denial about that. 2 minutes is a very long time to be fighting somebody. Lex hasn't had children or anything to disrupt her health or anything like that. So what would make you guys think that she wouldn't give Tesehki that work? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. They both fight. They have different fighting skills and fighting styles. However, they both fight just as good. Just one is way taller and has a longer arm reach and is younger and is an athlete. I don't get it. I don't get, Tesehki did exactly what she was supposed to do. I don't understand what y'all want from this woman. So basically, Tesehki has gotten online. Sorry for ranting, but I had to. Tesehki has gotten online and she has said herself that the fight was not rigged.
I try to do my best, but again, when you fight it, I don't know about other people, but me. My phone died. Like, it took me to get in the ring to really understand, like, hey, you fighting somebody you don't have a problem with. It was so many times where I was about to throw a right hook, y'all gotta go back and play it, and I pull back. Cause I'm like, damn. And it was so, it's like literally me and you being put in the ring for a bag. I know you probably like punch me, G, like me and you being put in the ring for a bag. I'm not gonna be able to hurt you.
I'm too far.
I can't.
I'm at somebody else.
They say once you get in the ring, that fresh shit go away. Bro, I've seen Lex. I've coached Lex during fights. I watched her split bitch and shit. You hear me?
Yeah.
Lex was doing the same thing I was doing. Like,
yeah.
She just got 32. I got 28. Like, you know what I mean? Like she was doing the same thing I was doing. Lex hits hard.
Both of y'all
feel me? Like, I hit hard. Neither one of us was hitting each other hard. Like, it was a fun fight. It was competitive. It was fun. It was the sport.
Do I stay near them?
One thing I can say and that I learned about myself is no matter how big the check is, don't get in a ring with someone that you know you personally like.
When Zeus run out shit,
Because
no red tape, no.
Shit will.
So I'm not thinking of another.
Don't do it.
Zeus dinner.
I don't feel like it's a good idea. Why? Because I don't give a fuck how much y'all say, oh, we gonna do this, bitch, we gonna do this, bitch. When you get in there, you don't really hurt each other. You know what I mean? Like, versus, like, even though y'all here trying to say it's rigged and all this bullshit, my thing is, we still make the crowd go the craziest. I don't care what nobody said. I watched the fights. I watched the reaction. I watched, like, what?
I didn't think there was a possibility of the fight being rigged until supposedly Tesehki's daughter posted a check and posted a contract. And the contract looks fake to me because I've gotten paid for being an artist, not on that level, not from like a network or anything like that. But usually they will still use your government name. I've never seen somebody's stage name and their real name next to each other on a check. Not saying it's not possible. You guys can go in the comments and correct me and let me know. But I've never seen that before. So when I saw Tesehki on a check, I'm like, I don't think that's real, because you would put whatever's on your state ID. You wouldn't put your stage name on a legal check. Again, her real name was next to it, but the stage name being up there kind of threw me off. But someone who has received a check like that, maybe you guys could correct me in the comment section. Then on top of that, they're saying that the check should have came from Los Angeles and not from Atlanta. The contract says that Tesehki was paid to lose. That's what made me second guess whether the fight was rigged or not. People talking about a boxer turning around. People turn around all the time when they're getting that hot fire put on them. When they're getting beat up and hit and they don't want their face messed up, they turn around, they spin around all the time. Why did TT spin around when Ciroc was fighting her last episode? These are people, I can tell the people that are saying that this fight is rigged, they have not watched boxing their whole life. They have not. If you have been watching boxing matches their whole life, when you saw that girl drop her hands, when you saw that girl turn around, you would know that those are things that boxers do when they're tired. So if the headquarters is Los Angeles, but you got this fraudulent check that says Atlanta, it's given that y'all trying to paint a narrative. Let it go, y'all. If she lost, she lost. Let's say they did rig the fight. Tesehki was going to lose anyway. If you look at the fight, if you saw what was going on, Tesehki was going to lose anyway, guys. Whether they rigged it or not, she was going to lose regardless. There's plenty of reasons why she would have lost that fight. So I just want you guys to put on your critical thinking caps and actually go watch a few boxing matches too. And then come back to me and tell me what you guys think. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that Tesehki got paid to lose the fight.
Birthday! Thank you. Yes. I want my girl to be her head. And Will. Ah, thank you. She's drunk as fuck. Let's Sophie, come on. Thank you. Nobody. Wow. All right, we gotta go out in a second. It's time to go out. It's the biggest. Thank you. It's the biggest, not the little one. Okay. I'm so happy. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of people betting against me. It was a lot of people that wanted to see me lose. It was a lot of people that didn't believe in me. It was a lot of people that underestimated me. And that's why I'm going to keep on shining. It's a lot of people saying it was this, it was that, it was this, it was that. From this point forward, anybody else hating, they're just period haters. Anybody else hating from this point forward, they are simply just 100% haters. That's it. That's all. But you know what? It was great. Thank you. It was great sportsmanship. Tesehki, that's my big sis. It was Tesehki. It was great sportsmanship. That's still my big sister. I love her so much. You know. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. But you know what? I'm an athlete. So one thing I knew I wasn't going to get. No, one thing I knew I wasn't going to get was I wasn't going to get tired. I wasn't going to get tired. But, you know, shout out to Tesehki. We both worked hard. and period. So I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting me. I love y'all, and I'm going for Clarissa. It's Big Lex, not the little one, and we're going for the glow. Thank you.
So, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you. I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you were here, and have a great day, lovelies.